Hello viewers, there's a Dark Knight presenting you a new unit from Unit Focus. It's been a while since I've done this, mainly because I've been lazy, but I'm trying to learn stuff like video editing, transitions, all that stuff. Anyway, this is a Forsyth commission, as you can see, from Hecoand, but from Amino, guess. Anyway, we'll go on to the next topic in a brief moment. As a unit, Forsyth joins you in the near the end of Act 1, where the Deliverance hideout of where you meet with him with Arm. His base stats is a level 4 soldier with kind okay basis. He's not particularly bulky, but with the leather shield, he should be able to take at least a few hits. And eventually, iron and steel shield pushes bulk to a decent point. As his growths and guidance is slightly better, but you gotta get combat arts and echoes, so it makes up for it, I suppose. You can equip lances and shields, but I'd recommend equipping shields mainly because you get repositional arts and mainly get defensive, which from at least a steel shield, which drastically boosts his defense for at least one turn, and HP cost is 1, so doesn't really matter. As his promotions, it'll push his bulk to a decent extent. Like, if you manage to get him to Knight, it'll be fine for Act 1 and Act 3, but you definitely want to reach Baron or Armor when you reach. Sorry, Baron, yeah. You want to reach Baron once you reach Act 4 as soon as possible, because then, even with a defensive skill, his bulk won't hold on for long. We'll go to the next topic soon. Weapons you can use. Okay, the Iron Lance. You get 2 combat arts upon using it a lot. The first one is Hidden Run, which essentially gives them 30 avoid, which frankly is useless, but the hit rates can be nice. Long Arts is essentially a 2 range attack, which I don't know, can come in useful, but prefer in a higher move unit, I guess. Steel Lance, this one has interesting combat arts if you ask me. Armor Crush, kinda costly, but even if you don't want it effective against armored units, you definitely appreciate it. Hit rate at least until you get Tempest Lance. And speaking of Tempest Lance, it's a pretty darn powerful combat art. It's a bit expensive on 5 HP, but I don't expect Forsyth to double, so you get extra 10 might on it. I don't recommend using other iron and steel lances on Forsyth, but well, if you want to use them, there's my opinion. Okay, leather shield. Here's where you want to start with. You get swapped pretty quickly after 4 battles or 5 battles. You essentially swap positions with adjacent ally. Even if you don't want to keep this in long term, it'll be nice to get this out at least, if nothing else. And it'll help him until you get better shields. So I recommend having this on him. My minions will probably, Mercs will probably appreciate swords, for example. Mages might appreciate the leather shield later on, once he gets his iron shield. But other than that, I don't see any reason not to give it to him, or Lucas for the matter. Honestly, iron shield, this is generally going to Celica, but in case you get this in a random forge from Rusty Shield, I recommend giving the Forsyth to Lucas. Shower is gonna be kinda nice if you want to push around units, but I don't think you're gonna have mobility issues and arms out because of warp, and all the issues come at forests, I guess. That's about it for the most part. Still, like, having Shower and extra defensive iron shield will help Forsyth take more hits. Get a steel shield. You're gonna get this in a random Rusty Shield forge for lucky, or we'll get it somewhere around Act 4 and the 4th to 5th chapter. This one, whenever you get it, it's gonna be really good. Like, for 1 HP cost, you get extra 5 defense, which will drastically boost anyone's bulk. But it's gonna amplify Forsyth's bulk to an extent where he'll take 1 damage from even the physical side in Act 4. He's promoted on a Baron, so it's unlike a Reach Baron, but In case you do reach it, it's pretty darn powerful shot whenever you get it. Like, you can use this Forsyth as a bait to just lure enemies or something like that. Act 1. Forsyth is one of the worst units you can get in Act 1. Even Python at least has like some ranged attacks, but Forsyth sadly doesn't have them. But at the beginning of Act 3 or at the end of Act 1, you're probably gonna give Clive at least 1 level, so you might get Forsyth a couple, at least 1 or 2 levels. So if you're lucky, 3 levels. You can promote him and totally use him, I guess. It's not easy, I guess. Anyway, Act 1, Chapter 7. It's pretty bad there. Archers hit him at 3 range. Their mages are into a corridor, but Forsyth can act as a meat shield for the calves, so really bulky at this point of the game. Act 3. 3-1 to 3-3. The maps are either open field maps with a lot of cavalry or forest and veteran canters, which most students don't fight well against. In the case of cavalry, Forsyth can choose to use a rider's bane, or if you have a steel shield or any shield really, build up enough points to get defensive, but the steel shield gets defensive, which is helpful. Which essentially means Forsyth can pretty much tank every hit, which isn't from a mage or a boss. It even then dying in at least 2 or 3 hits. So 3-4, D6, 4. If you have either Lucas or Forsyth or defensive art, this is a huge assumption. In case you do, they can easily take hits from even the 6. You hits pretty hard at 1 to 2 range. If you don't, your knight should still be able to take hits while you clear out the archers with your mages and 11 sword uses. 3-5, an open field map with a lot of forests. I remember having defensive with Forsyth. My current run of echoes, and he did help a lot by soaking up a lot of hits. 3-6, the map which has a lot of bow units. While Forsyth himself can't retaliate, he has 15 defense with a leather shield, and most units have around 17 attack. 15 is the worst defense I can have at 0% growth. 3 defense. Assuming you have an iron shield, I'll have at least 5 defense. Maybe 4. Somewhere around 4 to 5 maybe. Anyway, 3-6. The map which has a lot of bow units, while Forsyth himself. Oh, sorry, I did this one. The 2 witches who will tend to warp to units who can't get around other enemy units to attack them, while the target will have difficulty getting help to beat a witch. So basically, when unit is isolated, the witches will likely target him. You can use Forsyth to cautiously just bait, or use warp or show strats to push him into a group to prevent them from targeting Forsyth. 3-7, it is filled to the brim with magic units, which most units don't fare well against, and least of all Forsyth. While that is unlikely to hit, it can be pretty devastating if it does hit, and has a high chance of crit compared to most spells. Act 4. Without a defensive combat art or a Baron promotion, which both are unlikely until maybe the midsection of Act 4. I don't really see Forsyth taking a lot of hits, and even then Lucas is probably better since he's closer to getting promoted to Baron. The average attack is around 20 plus. The promotion to Baron should barely give your knights enough bulk to take a few hits. The shield, they should have at least 19 defense. This is a leather shield. And then the usual magic units and witches who Forsyth can't deal with that well. Baron gives him 40 HP, 16 defense and 5 res, which he already has, I guess. Assuming he doesn't get a single level up in defense. So if he gets more defense, he'll take more hits, but this is assuming he doesn't get anything. The fact that one of the enemies in 4-6, this is chapter number, drops the steel shield kind of shows that you will need a defensive combat to take a lot of hits if you want to lure in multiple enemies. You can technically use Hunter's Holy to snipe them off. Well, this is a Forsyth video, so can't use bows. Act 5. There are annoying moguls who you need to deal with quickly, or more probably kill the canter quickly, which sadly Forsyth is pretty terrible at because of low resistance and low move. Conclusion. Forsyth starts off pretty bad depending upon EXP you give him on Act 3 and Act 4. He will barely do his job. He'll definitely need a band promotion on Act 4 to stay relevant, only to fall off on Act 5. And that's pretty much it. Well, if you like this video, consider leaving a like, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. And also consider following me on Twitter, Discord, amino, Reddit, and serenesforest. Mostly active in amino and Discord. I guess I don't know how to be there on other sites. See you folks in the next video. Bye bye.